Excuse me, Mr. Munson, you've got a phone call from us, from down there. You remember that, don't you? Oh, yeah, I'll take it. This is Larry Munson. How can I help you? Larry, we need some help. I know we weren't supposed to be able to talk to you where you are now. We miss you, Larry. We got a problem. Well, what sort of problem do you have? Well, we got an offensive coordinator that everybody loves, but he's kind of shaky. Yeah, a shaky offense and a wobbly defense won't take you very far, will it? But no, our defense is pretty good, but not as good as it was. Oh, I see. So now, okay, what 2023? Yeah, okay, that's right now to you. Okay. Well, you had 2 good years. You won 2 national titles. You set some records. I'd imagine that with all that Kirby Smart has given you, you're pretty happy with it. So surely you can allow him to pick a bad coordinator, can't you? Well, sure, Larry, but it just got some real concerns with Florida coming up, and the best player on the planet got hurt. Oh yeah, those injuries are always tough. And what do you do when you have your big gun goes down? Well, if you're a real team, you gather around, you circle the wagons. Even the bad coordinator calls a good game. If you got a season to protect, you do what you have to do. And it looks like Georgia's got a chance to have a really nice season, undefeated, coming into the Florida game. I don't think I ever saw that. I imagine everyone is quite ecstatic down there in Athens right now, with the fall leaves just turning and a little pitter-patter of rain. Well, it's a perfect day right here where I'm at for a ball game. Mr. Munson, there was more calls, sir. Are you in mind to answer them all? Well, why, sure, Charles. Just let them come. I'm enjoying the scenery. Go ahead, I'll take a few calls. Where you calling from? I'm calling from Powder Springs, Larry. Nice to talk to you again. We sure miss you. They did a good job replacing you down there, but they didn't ever quite do that. Well, I'm sure they do just fine. Scott's always been a great announcer. It's a great team, and they'll always have all those fans. Well, yeah, Larry, but I'm kind of concerned about Mark Bobo. Yeah, well, I called some Bobo games, and I never knew what to think. I mean, Mike Bobo may not have actually called any of his games, but I certainly was aware of him. Been a part of the team. I definitely called games when he was a player. Him, and I think it was Donnan who was his coach, wasn't it? Yeah, you still remember, Larry? Well, it's a little hard. It comes in little foggy ways. There's so much to do up here. Oh, the hunting and the fishing. You sit on the table with your cup of hot drink and watch the birds sing. Don't worry about a whole lot, really. But sounds like you guys are worried. You're going into Florida undefeated. Well, I know we did it with Herschel. But I'm not sure we did it too many times, for sure. Undefeated going into Florida. And Florida is looking good. Well, they're 5-2, but it's a shaky 5-2, Larry. That wasn't supposed to be good at all. So how many times did we go down to Jacksonville with a team that was scrappy? We found a quarterback somewhere that wasn't supposed to even be here, and he's lighting it up at least enough to go 5-2 and saving a season for a coach whose season needed saving. I always said don't go against a coach who's back up against the wall. I got a call for you, Mr. Munson, if you don't mind. Why, sure, Charles. It's a pleasure to talk to these Georgia fans. I had no idea they were so concerned. Well, now that it's all coming back, where you calling from? Well, I'm calling from Ackworth, Larry. Ackworth. Always some good kids out of Ackworth. Boy, Kirby Smart sure has learned how to corner that Georgia market, and look what he's put together. Well, yeah, that's what I was calling about, Larry. We got talent. This team is as good as last year, but I think there's something different about this team. And this Florida team, it kind of scares me. Well, it probably ought to scare you. This Florida team is 5-2, and they thought could easily have been the other way around. And how little would it have taken for that to be true? This Florida team's hanging by a thread. A little tiny old thread holding their season together. But if they could knock off a dog, and in this case, one of the biggest dogs I guess we could ever describe. They got a winning streak that set records. Still a chance to set it even further. They fully expected that thing to go in the 40s. Went for that one little misstep in the championship game, this team would have an astronomical winning streak. Nothing as like it has ever occurred. You people are worried. I appreciate the call. I think I would just watch this one. I think the dogs are going to win it, but I would not think Florida would be easy by any stretch. And has this team done well against teams that should have been, as you would call, easy? South Carolina was a war, and so was Auburn. This team has got itself into 2 wars that shouldn't have been skirmishes. So now Florida comes down with a head of air. I don't know what you guys are thinking now, but back when I was doing this stuff, going to Jacksonville was a war guaranteed. Doesn't matter what team's got the best receiver. You throw the records out, and this team and this game, it might very well come down to who wants it.